afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, geeks and nerds and ambassadors everywhere, and welcome back to the Ambassador Wing and a brand new episode of Council of the Ones Babylon 5 review. And today, we're going to be doing something a little different. Today, we're going to be doing a live watch along for one of the final two TV movies in the Babylon 5 universe. And today, we're going to be watching and giving you all our thoughts on River of Souls. And if this is your first visit to the Ambassador Wing, welcome, welcome. Glad that you are here. Hope you enjoy the stream. Hope you enjoy the discussion. And hopefully, if you have your own copy of River of Souls, we will give you the timestamp as we begin. I will do a live count. We will do a countdown, and we will watch this together. So, that being said, hit that like button. Share this out with all your fanatical friends who are fans of Babylon 5 just as much as we are, and tell them this is where the fun is today. So, as always, I have got my fellow council members. You know them, you love them. They're wacky, they're crazy. They have to be to join me. Fiona Wolf, Zod Rider, and Mountains of Elysium. So, that all being said, boys and girls, and fellow council members, if you're ready, we will get this thing going and we will watch River of Souls. Just fellow council members, make sure you have your TVs muted and your subtitles on so that you can understand that you're not just making up what they're saying. Anyway, if we are all ready, I'm ready. I'm okay. How are you? We will get this thing going. So,
hey, Drake.
All right. And counting down in 3, 2, 1, and go. And to the chat, Drake Tungsten. Drake, it is good to see you. Ooh, a strange alien world.
Oh, look, ruins. Yes.
Lots and lots of ruins. Man, actually really cool looking ruins.
Oh, and imagine how Zooty would echo. Zooty. Sorry.
Zooty. And fun fact, Ian McShane has a part in this movie. For those of you who are familiar with that actor, he is also in the John Wick franchise. And he has a really cool name, Ian McShane. I'm sorry, that is just a cool name.
Oh man, one can appreciate the hat. Look at that hat.
That is a nice hat. You could almost say it's somewhat Jonesian in its coolness. As in Dr. Henry Jones Jr.
Yes. You can't help but mix and match things, but that's fine.
What would I do?
No, you could mix and match all the old stuff. It makes for better stuff. But I am biased.
I would find it funny if Dr. Jones walked past and going, no, not today.
No. It's another wall, but it's a different wall. It's got to be different. The plot demands it.
And of course, we don't know what planet this is. This is just a strange alien world.
Oh yes. Much strange, such alien.
But obviously, it's a Soul Hunter world.
They found the
MacGuffin! Hey. This is not the Rise of Skywalker. There are no MacGuffins here.
Well, no. MacGuffins can be used for good.
Good point.
You just have to build up the MacGuffin. That's all.
Particularly with competently written story arcs and screenplays and scripts. You see, this side means number 1. This side means number 2. Number 1 is life. Number 2 is death.
But if it constantly spins, that means it's eternal. Oh my goodness, you're stuck in the middle.
And to the chat,
Beer 30. To the right.
And to the chat, Beer 31, Beer, it is good to see you, bud. For those of you that are tuning in, I do want to apologize. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the link together so that y'all could join us. and watching the film and everything. But if you have your own copy, like I said, I'll call up the timestamp as we're going along. We are at 3 minutes and 10 seconds. So, and just a heads up, we will be going along this evening. This will be a longer stream because we're going to watch the whole movie and we're going to review it as we go. So,
No, Mr. Archaeological Man. If it smells like death, you shouldn't go in there. But he's gonna go in there.
and he's going to go in there anyway. He's like, oh, the hell with it. I'm going anyway. You bunch of
Funny,
sissy
right?
babies.
Oh no!
Right,
It's the snow globe collection of doom. Does everybody remember when Delenn got the crack quite a few of them open?
Yep. And she seemed ever so happy about it. I mean, a little
It must be like
too happy.
Minbari bubble wrap.
Uh-oh. They've tripped the alarm. The big glowy orb doesn't like it.
Alert. Red alert. Soul Vault has been breached. I repeat, Soul Vault has been breached.
I often wonder. Around the time this movie was coming out, well, what year was it? 1990.
No, 2003.
Oh well, I'd have been finished.
At least I think.
In college, I had a choice of doing fine art or doing archaeology, and I chose fine art. I wonder, could I have been finding the Soul Vault? This could have been about me.
In a John
Could you have been the next Robert Bryson?
I was too lazy.
Wait a minute. Dyson
Spears, I guess.
Does anybody get the feeling that anybody whose last name ends in Stun always does something dumb unintentionally? I mean, Miles Dyson, Robert Bryson. I'm just saying. This may unintentionally turn into a bit of a riff movie. This may turn into an MST3K.
There's nothing about you here, only whispers.
But those whispers have knowledge.
Oh no, he sees the biggest snow globe. I'll take this one instead. It must be worth 1,000 of the little ones. Here it comes.
And he's going to start talking to the giant snow globe.
It's like, wait, I have a big enough jacket. Let's make a sack. Here comes.
I could make a really bad joke about the design of that giant orb. It as veiny as it is, it almost looks like it could be a really big alien testicle. Or how I imagine an alien testicle would
burst
look.
open and try to eat your face. Oh no.
It's the giant alien testicle of doom.
And where are we going to take this lovely ball of destruction?
Where else, of course? Babylon 5!
Oh, of course. Because he stayed back, he gets more lucky than his fellows. He doesn't get blown up.
Guys and gals, those of you that are watching, I'm sorry if you're expecting more serious commentary. I promise you, we will get into some more serious commentary.
No,
maybe next week.
You have to hide with me. I'm going to start talking to it like a normal person.
And the little alien drone thing killed the researchers with its fart blaster. Its green fart blaster of doom.
Daka. Are the humans dead? Yes.
And Zod's sitting there thinking, what the hell did I get myself into?
I'm enjoying this tremendously.
This is almost like MST3K only in the Babylon 5 universe.
Yeah, well,
meanwhile, on the spinning,
they've all got to have their own. They've all got to have their own version of that. You know.
Well, I mean, out of the 5 movies that they did, if this is the only stinker, I'd say that's a win.
Yeah.
But personally,
well, this is the only bad movie in the series. I mean, Lost Tales is a masterpiece compared to this.
Well, Lost Tales, in its defense, didn't have a big budget.
No, but Lost Tales, like I said, was a masterpiece in comparison to this. I mean, like in terms of story and in terms of being compelling, and I mean, we did get to see Galen again. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but still, you know what? I like this just for the sheer corn factor. I've known to be very corny.
Yeah.
Okay.
And yeah, Lockley, you just cursed yourself by saying, "Oh, it's been all so nice and quiet, and nothing's been happening." Oh no!
And that's when Corwin is like, "Guess who's back? It's
Back
Mr. Garibaldi."
Yeah, exactly.
Guess who's back? Baldy's back.
Yeah,
Guess who's back?
You know,
Back
and
again.
that to me is kind of like the saving grace of the movie that Garibaldi is in it, because you don't get Garibaldi.
Legend of the Rangers had the saving grace of some Jakar for a little bit. So no, this isn't actually the worst movie out of Babylon 5.
No, Legend of the Rangers, from what I hear, was bad. So bad that they never released it on home video, as I understand it.
In fact,
I-
I'm going to go look real quick at my account. I think I have it on my.
I have it on DVD. It's pretty. I think apart from one scene with finger guns, it wasn't too bad a movie. It had potential.
Hey, look,
which
there's a
which movie now? Which movie are you talking
Legend
about?
of the Rangers.
Oh yeah, well, actually, I will say Legend of the Rangers is actually a better movie than this one.
Well, not to mention, you've got a wrestling match in the background. It was almost like they were crossing Babylon 5 with WCW, because at the time, TNT still had WCW wrestling.
Well, no, but remember season 1, okay? TKO. They practically created their own wrestling style, and I mean, if Lord Kojay was here, he'd be raving all about that, because that in particular is kind of the thing where, like, you feel TNT was the home of WCW professional wrestling, and then they got Babylon 5, and a lot of times it would be funny because you'd get an episode of Babylon 5, and then right afterwards you'd get Monday Nitro.
That's true.
Surrealistic and ridiculous all at the same time. So
here we go. This is the lovely place with all the special ladies.
Here's the Babylon 5 version of the Holosuites, essentially, because they had the Holosuites on DS9.
Everybody loves Holosuites. They've even got a version of the Holosuites on the Orville as well.
Are you kidding? Really? Oh, good grief!
Yeah, they do, and it's real, and it's used very, 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 very interesting. I love it. It's just great. This is another example of how in all these sci-fi shows, every show has their version of the holodeck from Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Pretty much, yeah. Another day, another holo. And is it just me, or does this one actor always seem to play some sort of a kind of a skeezy, scummy guy
or smarmy guy?
Absolutely.
Wait a minute. He's reading a magazine with the same cover picture that's on his wall. I'm serious.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the cover of his magazine, and wait just a minute, and look at one of the pictures on the wall.
It was budgetary.
Right there. He walks right past it. Mindy.
It was budgetary.
Oh, good grief!
Did
they think no one would notice?
Yeah, they did. See, they didn't predict that we would have the Council of the Ones, where we would dissect every aspect of Babylon 5 from corner to corner. They just had no idea, Ambassador.
No, they didn't. And is it just me, or does the little ornament on Lockie's table look like the training drone from Star Wars?
I don't know. We need Pakmara pornography. That's what we need.
Oh no,
we don't.
No, I don't think we need to go that far into which internet rule is it? 34? No.
Yes.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, what about Rule 35? Fiona, are you okay with 35?
I don't know what Rule 35 is.
Okay.
I don't think I want to know.
We'll just leave that alone then.
But what about Order 66?
Yeah. What about it, boy?
You know,
What would be the implications of Order 66 in the Babylon 5 universe? Okay.
Getting
Order
rid
6
of Reba level telepaths, I guess.
No, Order 66 is where Rebo and Zudi take over the government. And there was much rejoicing.
But the thing is, if Rebo and Zudi, take over the government, you would have one instance in history where literally everyone would be happy.
That's true.
I mean, there'd be no political discourse at that point. It would just be like everyone rejoiced. The whole universe rejoiced.
Oh, thanks for that, Mr. Garibaldi.
Oh God.
Yes, but you figure Mr. Garibaldi would be a little bit more wary of this type of guy because of what he experienced with Sinclair.
Thank you for the translation, Mr. Garibaldi. I couldn't have figured that out.
I kind of wish this movie. I kind of hope that the Babylon 5 movies actually get remastered, and in the way that we got the series. But I think what'll happen is that the series will eventually get a Blu-ray release before the movies get remastered, and if the series does well on physical media, then maybe they'll do it.
Yeah, they might,
because they'll see money there. But it's
and hey, this is a capitalistic market economy, just like it is in the Babylon 5 universe. Just saying. You know, the one thing I always wish I had is a model of the B5 station. I do. I wish I had that model I could put together.
Did they ever make a playset, like a toys playset that opened up like the Millennium Falcon?
No. Of course not. Zod, what are you talking about? Babylon 5 is far too cerebral for toys.
I had the action figures though. I mean, I had
a few of them. And
I never opened them.
I
never opened them, and I did sell them like an idiot as well. I had, and they were all just, and they were in packages, and I loved and thought they were cool. But no, I don't ever remember a play set. That's what I'm saying. Like,
no, I don't think they ever did. I mean,
I think they did if I'm remembering correctly, I think they did a Hot Wheels version of the station.
Of the ships.
It was just a little, they did have Star Furies and the station. And
well, the Micro Machines did a line of sets and everything, and I had those for the longest time. And then, of course, like an idiot, I also sold those because I was stupid.
What's the timestamp you guys are on?
We
right now?
are at.
I just want to make sure I didn't get.
We're at 16 minutes and coming up on 10 seconds.
Okay, cool. Because I was
it's Garibaldi and Bryson talking. Hey, look, it's that same monk again.
Yeah,
I like that about B5. They always had kind of a continuity background.
Oh wait a minute, there's two monks. Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Elysium.
What's with the Garibaldi facial hair? I mean,
I think he looked good with it.
Yeah.
Well, the poor guy couldn't grow hair on his head anymore, so. But no, I honestly don't think Jerry Doyle looks too bad the way he is.
No, he looks good. But one thing that's great about this is Jerry Doyle loved to eat on this show. That's one thing he talked a lot about when I interviewed him. That food was a big thing when he was on Babylon 5. He was always eating.
Well, here's the thing. You have some most interesting conversations during a meal. I mean, when you're chewing the fat, you're literally chewing the fat. Particularly if you get yourself a nice ribeye.
This guy's purple suit
jacket.
kind of annoys me. The jacket he's wearing.
It
makes him look even more scummy.
I like the jacket. I like the color.
Would you wear it? Would you wear it?
Yes, I'd wear that jacket. I like that jacket. I actually have a couple of. I'll have to send you some pictures. I have a couple of purple dress shirts, and I think that look really good.
Well, yeah. I mean, purple dress shirts; those are cool. But I'm saying, like,
I like the jacket. I like the ensemble.
I like what Garibaldi's wearing more. I think that's
it's a business suit. I mean, I kind of wish that we go toward that style where you wear like the turtle, the kind of like the high collared shirts that button up with the brass buttons and the jackets. I always like the wardrobe for Babylon 5.
I'm sitting here thinking about how exciting it is going to be able to do this for the rest of the Babylon 5 movies. This is pretty awesome, actually.
Yeah, if I had thought about it back in the day when I started this whole thing, I would have done it for all of them, but I didn't. Of course, I didn't have a whole crew of people to work with either. It was just me until, Elysium came along, and then Adega, and then, you all.
But this is like, but I mean, this actually feels very. It feels like a very sociable kind of a thing. It's really fun.
Watch parties generally
over
are.
This movie.
Watch parties generally are.
This movie.
Watch parties generally are a lot of fun. I just, I haven't had the time to do more of them. I think the next one I do after we do Call to Arms, I'm thinking about doing a riff stream on X-Men Origins Wolverine and just absolutely tearing that movie asunder.
That would be fun.
Well, I did a review last night of the Wolverine, the one with obviously with Hugh Jackman, where Logan's over in Japan.
The Wolverine was actually really, really well done. It was really.
Oh, it does, yeah.
Say, though, Mr. Garibaldi does remember his escapades in season 1 with artifacts.
Yes,
he does.
He's like, I don't want another Akara.
That's the thing. That's the thing about this. That's the thing about this. This movie. There's so much deposition, exposition in this
exposition.
Movie. Yeah. And it just feels like, that's how you could tell that it's cheap. They didn't because when you watch Third Space, it's almost all, there's always something going on. There's not as many talking heads in Third Space as there is in this movie. It's more.
Uh-oh.
Here it comes.
Here we go.
What is he eating?
Here's the thing.
Kale?
Well, I think the other part is supposed to be some sort of meat.
It kind of looks like raw ham.
It might have been seared. It might have been some sort of seared tuna, maybe.
Oh, and there's Garibaldi losing his lunch. This guy's I sense bad things gonna happen.
The hollow brothel.
Where'd they get that actor from? He kind of reminds me of Sylvester McCoy a little bit.
I'm not sure.
Another problem with Down Below? You don't say.
Oh boy, this is gonna get really interesting real quick.
A hollow brothel.
Then turn Zach loose on him. But
I do have a different version.
Say again, Lacey.
I'm at 21:28, and they're playing with the bat at the moment, and I'm only.
You're far ahead.
Yeah, we're at 21:33, is where we're at.
Okay,
it's all right, Elysium. Oh, Zach is just giving her the bat.
Yes, because sometimes I'm wondering.
Corin, rather.
Or there are different versions out there, like with the in the beginning.
That's a nice box. That's a nice box.
Yeah.
I love that box that it comes in.
Yeah, it looks like a box that you would get a poster in nowadays.
But no, I thought it was sweet of Corin to give her a gift, though, because he kind of failed with Ivanova with giving gifts.
Failed?
Did spend a lot of money on it. I think when I. Sorry.
Love that. Oh, wow. No, go ahead. I
think when I did the conversion that he spent, was it nearly 100? Like in what today's money would be over $100 on the flowers for Ivanova.
Yeah, I have a feeling she's going to take that. She's going to have a lot of use for that love bat.
Although, now I think about it, no wonder sometimes when I'm at work, I'm imaging myself hitting people over the head with a Nerf bat. I think this is where I got
at least it's a Nerf bat, not a baseball bat.
It's Babylon 5 promoting BDSM. That's what it is.
Oh no,
Oh,
he's gonna play
Lord.
around and experiment with the giant
Zod,
snowball.
did you
Oh,
really
no.
have to go there?
I mean, well, he was literally hitting himself and enjoying it. I mean,
Yeah, but oh, good grief. Anyways, for those of you that are watching along, we are at 23 minutes and 20 seconds. But, Zod, you were saying something just a minute ago about how this is more of an expedition-driven story more than it is a special effects-driven story. I can understand your point, and I don't say I necessarily disagree, but I think sometimes it's nice to have a story where you don't have a bunch of special effects and a lot of stuff just happening every 20 seconds and everything.
no,
It's
I
nice
agree.
just-
I agree. But I think that,
So.
this particular movie is just kind of, I don't know. I just, there's a reason why I consider it to be the worst of the Babylon 5 movies.
Well, it doesn't
this-
really have like a big overarching story like some of the other
Right.
movies did.
Right.
Yeah.
It's more
It's
like
more-
a mystery whodunit and why.
Yeah, essentially, it's a whodunit set in the Babylon 5 universe.
I mean,
And
he's playing
that's
playing with the paper mache globe, and I just, you could tell that it's very cheaply made, and I just
It didn't get the budget it deserved.
Yeah. They were spending too much money on all the pyrotechnics for WCW Monday Nitro.
all the money went for this movie went to Martin Sheen. We already know.
Yeah, maybe a good chunk of it. Uh-oh, Zach is about to go into the hollow brothel. Does that sign actually say private? Really? Susie 47? Oh, good grief.
This is my. I'm wondering because I'm 2 seconds. I'm at 2508. What is everyone else at?
Hollow brothels exist
25
nowadays, Ambassador.
2516, 2518, 2520 is where we're at.
Yeah, because I think when you're describing, it seems to be behind. I think I have a different version of the movie. That's why I'm kind of going, ooh. But still.
Well, you're not that far off from us, Elysium, really.
Okay, that's cool.
I figure
Vicky
as long as we're all,
175.
oh no, but I figure as long as we're all within like 30 seconds of each other, it's still pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty much.
Yeah,
what
we
it
don't
seems
have
like.
to be right with each other. I mean, if we all are, great, but as long as you're just like maybe just 20 or 30 seconds off, it's not like you're missing something super crucial.
I know it's kind of, it was just in case there was a different version of this movie out there.
No,
because that
there's
was
not a
original.
different version.
Oh,
No,
that's
there's
only
just one version. No,
That's
Elysium, there's
good.
only
So
one
we-
version
I
of this movie.
You know, there is a version of the hollow brothel you can utilize now, Ambassador. Did you know that?
I don't want to. I'm happily married. I don't need a hollow brothel.
Oh look, he's gonna argue semantics. Like, oh, what
Don't
kind
need
of
a hollow
entertainment?
brothel.
Different.
Very
kind
nice
of
illusion, but an
entertainment.
illusion.
Oh boy.
Oh goodness.
I don't want to know what that guy's into, considering what that woman's wearing.
That guy's like the typical scumbag.
And,
Oh my
yes,
gosh,
he's
I
gonna
just-
still pull out the freedom
my-
of speech card, even though it's like most people pull that card out even when they don't know what they're doing. So
Why does it seem like all of the men associated with this hollow brothel look like complete losers? Is that intentional?
I don't know if it's necessarily intentional, but yeah. But I have to make one comment. Does anyone have the sinking suspicion? Well, Zod, you and I would have more context than maybe Fiona and Elysium would. You ever get the sinking suspicion that all the girls that appear in this movie were maybe Monday Nitro dancers?
It's very possible because
I'm just saying.
because they could save money that way. TNT
Yeah.
was
I wouldn't even be surprised if TNT did take a bunch of extras from other places.
And
I have
Zach
to
is
admit
like,
the
dude,
effects
you
on
were
the
just
suit are pretty
absolute.
good. You know, like she's trying to run her hand across the suit, and they make it look like fingertips are touching the suit without the hands actually being there. So that was a pretty good technique right there.
Actually, the alien in this seat's Wayne Alexander.
It's been electrocuted by now. Oh boy.
Oh, I'll give it to you free line. Yeah, like Zach's not going to have none of that. He's already had bad enough connections in the romance department. He's not going to take
I mean, technically, this far in the future, this holobrothel should be completely legal as long as it's done tastefully, and
Yeah.
Can you imagine Riker pulling in?
Those are brilliant last words. I'm going to increase the power. Yeah, that's smart. Increase the power flow to a device that you know absolutely nothing about. Yeah, that's just brilliant. It was just like Dice and everything continuing on with the research for Skynet.
He needs a shower.
And yes, he's trying to communicate with all the people inside the snow globe. So it's like, oh yes, they won't have other ideas than I do.
The paper mache snow globe. I just, yeah. I mean,
because those guys are like, okay, like this is a power source. We can jailbreak this thing if we work together.
Who are you?
They came for
Name.
us. They took us away.
They call us Rebo. Oh, wait a minute.
Hey, don't insult Rebo and Zudi that way.
They call us Rebo. Oh.
Yeah. What's wrong? They're trapped in a snow globe. That's what's wrong.
Yeah, snow globes are great.
Snow globes are great, except for this one.
I wonder how much the prop, the paper mache snow globe prop, if it still existed, I wonder how much it would go for on eBay.
Who knows? Leave us alone. We'll eat your face.
Leave us alone. From
it will turn into a boogity boogity
episode. Remember that line? Leave us alone.
I mean, this guy is so excited about, oh my god, it's a living mind preserved for eternity. Yeah,
I gotta write this down.
It's no wonder Delenn had such a fun time smashing all those balls way back when.
Oh no!
Yes,
and all because of a pin.
Smashing balls.
Oh great! And now they're going to have alien ghosts popping through the entire station. Now that's just great.
Oh, of course.
All because Mr. Robert Dyson fell asleep and bumped a pin, and all because of a pin. A station was lost.
I love the fact that pens still look like pens that far in the future. Like, really?
Oh, they didn't like make it look like super technological. Awesome.
It just looks like a pin you would have on your desk.
And
a normal device, a normal
and
pin.
I can't believe Zach is just using like a small little mini flashlight. At least in Star Trek Next Generation, they had like cool looking hand unit flashlights.
Yeah, tricorder.
Whoa, okay.
And he's like, "Wait, who's this?" And
I think I have that exact flashlight on my shelf. I'm like, dude, there's nothing remarkable about it.
Yes.
Oh, here comes this sleazeball. I hate this guy. I absolutely hate this actor. He plays a scumbag in every movie. He's like the discount Wayne Knight, who played one of the biggest sleazeball scientists in the history of ever. In what's his face? You know, the first real victim in Jurassic Park.
Yeah, some men put on was it a aftershave when they leave the house? He puts on grease.
Well, you know, one of the things about these kind of actors, these like bit type actors, is that they're cheap. You can get them for a song to be in your movie or your show. So that's why you always see them.
He's
They're
representing
affordable.
the holobrothel. It's one sleaze bag representing another sleaze bag.
Yeah, poor Lockley. It's like, yes, you are being sued by scumbags. Yep, using the letter of the law to bend it sideways 6 ways to Sunday.
Or how they're kind of doing it nowadays with the current legal system.
That's
That's all I'll say. That's all I'll say. Enjoy your breakfast. Yeah, why don't we chuck you and your client out of a airlock? That's all that problem real quick.
Open airlock policy.
I mean, they don't even have to strip him naked in this instance because the station's not under an embargo by a tyrannical dictator. Can you say William Morgan Clark?
She should actually really consider shipping him out via an airlock. I think that would.
Although I guess in Lockley's case, she could get an Earth Force like defending representation, like lawyer or whatever. They probably would be able to rip that stuff apart. To be honest.
Yeah, probably. What in? Jeez,
yeah,
dude.
Here comes Garibaldi. Your instincts are correct. And there's more shenanigans. Yes, and he does that line. Yes, I'm
you
gonna
have no
cut
idea,
you off
no idea at all, and I don't have any idea either. Yes, sir.
Oh boy,
Babylon 5.
Garibaldi has a bad feeling about this.
My notes.
He sure does.
You know, even my wife just walked in. She's like, "What is this?" I'm like, "Babylon 5," and she just walked back in the bedroom.
Oh, she's not a Babylon 5 fan?
Oh no, she likes Babylon 5. Yeah, she does. It's just like
the Garibaldi senses are tingling even more. He's like, "Oh, great, another whack-a job for archaeologists."
Well, Garibaldi can tell he's a totally squirrely and useless waste of life. He knows.
Well, because even most archaeologists wouldn't burn their notes, even if it was like a false premise or something.
Exactly.
I have everything I need. Just my dysfunctional brain. Look more deeply. Listen to them.
Garibaldi's about to lay down the law.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what Garibaldi thinks at all.
He's nuts. He's out of his freaking mind.
Man, he's starting to talk like that soul hunter from season 1. I have to listen to the children.
Yeah.
What about the children? What about my children? Where are my children? Just like that creepy ghost lady that flew through Zach.
The thing is, Delenn would have solved this in the first 5 minutes. She would have seen that big snow globe and like, that thing's going bye-bye. I'm going to crack it open. Bye.
Yeah. I mean, Delenn would have been too much for the plot.
I was down in Blue 6. I was very blue in Blue 6. Oh, Lord. They're going to think that the holograms are ghosts. Oh, gosh. No. Okay, Fiona.
Spooky ooky.
They're going to turn Babylon 5 into a very cheap boogity house.
Yeah, well, that would work out great for the Day of the Dead or Halloween. Why not?
Yeah, but the Day of the Dead episode was kind of cool.
Yeah, the Day of the Dead episode actually Made sense with all of that. Yeah.
This is just a guy with a big paper mache globe who's talking to voices in his head. He's like Randy Orton. He hears voices in his head and they talk to him. Hey, we're going with the whole wrestling theme here a little bit. Might as well make a reference. And here's some stock footage of the jump gate opening.
Stock footage doesn't cost us anything.
Uh-oh, the big snow globe of doom is getting angry. Because the big spiky ship with the Soul Hunter on it's coming. It's coming for us, you gotta save us. It's coming for us, you gotta save us. Get us out of here, get us on a ship and get us away from the creepy people. I'll put you in the bag, you'll be perfectly safe there. This is turning into MST3K. I thought they were just... Check the records. Yeah, check the records. Not in this case. Somebody isn't about to die. They still... Okay, stop looking at me like that. Like what?
Yeah, well, the cough was a bit disconcerting.
Yeah, just a smidge.
Papa.
You're looking kind of pale. Don't start with me. And here comes the big star of the movie, Mr. Martin Sheen, who we like as an actor, but when it comes to his opinions on
We
politics,
can only afford to use him for 20 minutes in the film.
Yeah, pretty much. As I was starting to say, when it comes to him as an actor, we like him very much. When it comes to his political opinions, we don't give a rat's ass.
Cannot speak using Google Translate.
They didn't need him.
He looks more like Charlie at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like who?
He looks more like Charlie Sheen than Martin Sheen at the moment.
That's true.
He looks ridiculous. Yeah, you can totally tell that it's him, too. And that's the other problem. He's hamming it up so bad.
Just a little bit. I mean, he was more believable as Robert D. Lee, for Pete's sake. And I say that with all sincerity because I love the movie of Gettysburg. I really do. But yeah, he was better than that. Way better than that.
This guy.
Well, that's new.
I would have liked to have seen the original Soul Hunter.
You mean the one that came and captured Morgan Shepherd? Yeah, if he would still be. Elysium, I am so sorry.
Garibaldi would completely remember all of this because he was there during the Soul Hunter episode.
Situation.
Yep, but man, I liked all the dramatic looks that's on Sheen's face as this character.
He was better in his part as I can't remember the name of the character, but in Mass Effect 2 and 3. He was way better in that. They were advanced people who chose not to leave
to be honest, at this point, I really only remember Mass Effect 1 fairly well because it was the one that made me the most happy.
2 and 3 were actually pretty good. I mean, the A wise race beyond their time and soon. You knew it. You felt it. Okay.
And here we go. The
That smell that surrounds you. Oh. This is.
Yes, they were homebodies that stayed upon their planet.
And didn't cause nobody no trouble.
Got it. They had to harvest them all. I do admit though, I do like that double moon with the rings spread there on that planet. That's
yeah, awesome. That's a cool plant design. I like that. I mean, it's the first time you see a planet with a ring that isn't a gas giant.
Yup.
There's one thing though, like when we talk about the soul hunters, in their own minds are doing a good thing. They're in the setting, they're atheists. They believe once the body dies, that's it. So for them, they're doing a good thing. And I wonder, like, even though I wouldn't like to be caught in one of their soul globes, in a way, they're not as they're not evil. They're doing messed up things.
What you would call
what you misguided.
Yeah.
I think if you put this in an RPG construct, they would be considered more lawful neutral rather than lawful evil or lawful good. You could almost say that the Soul Hunters were, and I say this very specifically, the Soul Hunters were like Kosh. They were neither good nor evil. They were right split, but they were lawful. They operated by a very strict moral code. I mean, you'd be amazed how many of the memes I've seen that compared Kosh to a lawful neutral character in RPG gaming.
Oh man, but these guys though, they were all about to ascend like energy kind of form, and they're like, "No, you guys are dying. We gotta say, oh no, oh no, this can't go wrong, can it? Yes, it will." I like the fact that though Zach brings up like, hey, heaven's a thing.
Yeah.
So good on Zach, because I believe there's heaven too.
Yeah, I believe there's a heaven. I mean, obviously, I'm a
good
Christian.
On Zach.
Oh, I do find it kind of funny that some of these guys do eventually invade the holograms. They're and look,
oh, I think I listened to some of the commentary during the week, and was it the lady who plays Locke? Is it Tracy Soggins?
Yeah,
so she's Catholic, and she was saying that Martin, when they were on set, it was during Lent, I think they were filming, and he was looking at her and telling her, "You have to have the fish." He said it wasn't so much he told her. He said she felt guilted into taking the not having the burger.
That is creepy. It looks like a bunch of keepers floating around that ball.
Yes.
But then again, Babylon 5's always liked having that slight cosmic horror
Embrace
element.
the darkness.
Well, I mean, J. Michael Straczynski did write for the Twilight Zone in the final seasons of the 80s. So
yeah.
Yes.
I think he was one of the showrunners at the time.
Well, he was a good one.
I think, was it on this episode they were mentioning that he was influenced by Lovecraft for some of these movies and some of the episodes.
Well, particularly Third Space, I think, if you think about it. But maybe a little bit in this one too.
God, this guy is like the priest of the high priest from the snow globe.
Yeah. I got a response to your suit. We're going to take you and it and shove it out of an airlock.
Yeah, that's not a particularly good-looking suit either, you scumbag.
You scum-sucking pig. Son of a motherless goat.
I fart in your general direction. Your father was a hamster and your mother stank of elderberries.
I mean, you know what? I could see that guy spending an awful lot of time in the Hollow Suite.
Oh boy.
Well, obviously, it's the only way he could really get laid. What rational woman would want to sleep with him? He'd have to have a hollow projection of
a virtual partner.
I have to say,
Pretty
though,
much.
I'm pretty sure the hologram would stick a fork in the wall to electrocute itself and blow it out. No,
it's a
That's
nice
entirely
touch, though.
possible too.
A lot of the personnel aren't wearing the Earth Force top part of the uniform, and just like the patches with the shirt. So that's like a little bit into
I
the
love the bat actually talks. I didn't know the bat actually talked. I thought it was just a bat that you hit stuff with, but it actually talks. And suddenly a professor of archaeology and anthropology is now an electrician. Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll also point out I did like Bloccoli's line about like I'll damage him the next time he comes in here. I love you. I forgive you. I love that bat.
Oh, great. Yeah, this is just wonderful. And also a expert in pollinology. Now he's an electrician.
In writing, this is what we call plot relevant skills. He probably got it through osmosis through the snow globe.
Maybe. Yeah, that's possible. Oh, dear Lord. That's what one of those suits looks like?
Oh man, but this is the reason why when you're writing a book or anything else, like try to have characters that do have different sites of skills.
Is that Lockley? Is that Tracy Scott?
No, that's not Lockley.
No,
I was gonna say no, that's not her. Oh,
that's later.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's it later.
Yeah, that's gonna happen later on. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah, it was later on where she it was kind of funny. She said, "Yeah, your image has been used," and she's going, "Yeah, is it popular?"
It's definitely used.
Yes, and they said mostly by women.
That's just weird.
All those snatchers. Oh no.
I didn't program in a threesome. At least I don't think I did.
And then the guy that's the third wheel. He's like, "What's happening here?" I do have to admit, I like the ensemble on the guy's arm there. Whatever that little curved thing on his bicep is. Like, that's fun.
Oh,
that's
the armband?
Yes. I find that fun. And then the other guy's like, "I don't think I programmed this. This isn't my fantasy."
Can you just say those are some really horny aliens?
Well, they've been caught inside the snow globe for 1,000 years, so yeah, they've been waiting a while.
But here's the thing, though. Couldn't two souls just, do it?
Oh, here we go. There we go. Who's on the wall, though? That's what I want to know. Who's the woman on the wall?
Melissa.
Oh, okay,
and it actually says high voltage. Why would it would not say high voltage?
High voltage. I couldn't imagine having that far in the future having to wear a bodysuit like that, though. It should be able to connect with you through like some sort of neural link so that you don't need to wear a bodysuit.
Maybe. Uh-oh.
I do like his line, but can I have one of those instead when he saw Lockley?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
great.
That was pretty cool.
It's the Alien Reaper.
Yeah. Pretty much.
The Alien Reaper that is done actually really, really scary, and they could make about 10 low budget horror movies off of that makeup because that's pretty creepy.
Here's the part where you run, but he's not gonna run. He's just staring at the weird scythe right there, or scythe, or yeah, I think it's how you say it, scythe. Yeah,
Scythe. Yeah.
Cut to black.
Spirit moves us. Does she really have a swizzle straw?
I would guess.
Could
Yes.
this be from McBarry's?
Probably yes. Nice callback. Besides Martin Sheen.
Well, they need to do like how Vegas had the Star Trek experience. They need to have the Babylon 5 experience because I want to eat at McBarry's.
Yeah, but where? What theme park are they gonna put it in?
Well, they're not doing the Star Trek experience anymore. They could put Babylon 5, the Babylon 5 experience there.
When I was a kid, though, I loved those kinds of crazy straws.
Well, those kind of straws now have been outlawed, haven't they? Every place you go gives you a paper straw.
Nope. Here in Indiana, we still get plastic straws.
Well,
because
but
because unlike the West Coast, we're just just a little backward. But we also think logically because a paper straw is going to decompose, degrade. That's the word.
Paper straw isn't good. A paper straw will literally melt in your mouth.
Unlike an M&M.
Yes.
For those of you that are watching along with us, we are at 54 minutes. So.
Now to have the philosophical conversation with Martin Sheen.
We preserve him.
Just like freeze-dried beef jerky. Yes.
That's the greatest thing ever. The freeze-dried beef jerky. It can live on for decades.
All you have to do is live inside the snow globe. Oh man, this movie doesn't improve upon the Soul Hunter's reputation, though.
No, not at all. In fact, it's like a more dragged.
The soul
out.
is pure. No, the soul is not pure. Those two souls were not being pure at all.
Yeah,
those two souls were about to get down and get funky with each other.
They reside within the snow globes and slowly go insane. Yay!
Utter insanity.
I'm actually closing in on what the sandwich looks like. It looks like it's chicken.
It does, but it's actually spoo.
No, it isn't.
Oh no!
It is. It's gray meat. Look at it.
Nope.
Look at it.
No, it isn't.
Gray meat.
It's not
It's
spoo.
the other gray meat.
There's no spoo. Spoo is outlawed. Spoo is banned.
Elysium, Mountains of Elysium. Is that yes. Spoo or what? I believe it is.
It is spoo.
Oh no!
It is not spoo. I deny your spoo theory, Zod.
Yes, I do believe it is spoo.
She gets a spoo burger over at Mc.
I wonder is Londo still getting royalties because he does own a large part of the spoo farm.
Okay. And can I just say that even his costume is not particularly good?
Yeah, because the other Soul Hunters, there's actually a little bit more detailing.
The Soul Hunter in season 1 looks cinematic compared to this. I'm just being honest.
Yeah.
Well, did they say after the main series was done, even for the movies, they weren't able to find all the props again? So they had to redo some stuff from scratch.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and they didn't have the same people on board for this movie.
I'm
But
just
I still
reading.
like the fact that it does give Lockley a little bit more time in the sun.
Okay, the rotoscoping in that scene was really bad. What is
I've
she
seen
doing?
I've seen better rotoscoping in fan films.
Whoops!
Yeah, no, it is really bad. Like they.
Here comes the light show. Yes, now you finally notice that there's a bigger problem on the station. Ah, yes, conveniently hidden technical gadget in the side of her wall. Oh, God. Lockley took a hit for the team on that one.
Oh, she sure did.
Oh,
no,
man.
I can't understand you, and no, I'm not okay.
I gotta admit, though, that's pretty good acting on looking dazed. And then she slowly closes her eyes.
Mm-hmm.
No, Drake, it is not Spoo.
Everybody agrees. Wow. Yeah, I mean,
well, I'm the head of this council, and I veto all of you. It is not Spoo.
It looks good. I definitely would like to try it, to be honest.
Well, Lockley's outside of her body. We are coming up on the 1 hour mark, folks, so just heads up. So if she's outside of her body, then who's looking around? And she's dead.
Wait, but
oh,
Lockley's
good grief.
Wait, by the power of projection, Lockley will succeed.
She has the power.
She's doing a Neo.
Grief. No, Neo was actually cool.
Oh my God!
Kind of explains it.
Yeah, they could have, they could have used her for a live action She-Ra movie. She looked like She-Ra back then. Look at her face.
Yeah, maybe a little bit. Just dye her hair blonde.
But
no, she's going back to the. She's going
Lockley
back to the.
Be dead to facilitate a certain plot point with the snow globe.
Oh wow, Dr. Franklin. Dr. Franklin. Man.
Seas fallen, destroyed.
There we go. See, the reason why Lockley had to be dead on the table for a little bit. she has to have a plot point conversation.
It was out of necessity.
Yes.
And here in this thing, this is only perception and memory.
Out of necessity.
Have all of you seen Beerfest?
I cannot say that I have.
Okay, so I'd be spoiling it or something about a plot point about actors being reused, so I'll leave it. But I just looked at the Lurker's Guide, and they said a budget of $3 million for all of the movies, so they could only have used certain actors for a certain amount of time. They had to reuse scenes to a tiny budget, so it didn't help them.
$3 million.
Wow. Okay.
$3 million.
Aww.
1 million.
There's something touching about this part. She trusts Steven that much, even though they only knew each other for like a year. So I find that touching. I really do.
She's known him for 20 minutes, and the trust is just staggering.
The fact that alien took the form of Steven Franklin means that Lockley, Lockley has gone up in my view. It's like, yeah, that's right.
Yes. But I mean, why even give him an accent? Why not just let him talk in his normal voice? I mean,
because I guess they had to prove this is the alien talking to her with Steven.
Yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter. Like you
don't talk about. Okay, I'm going to make a reference to a movie we all get. It's just a model. Here in Solot, I push the Premalot.
I'm out. It's like, whatever.
Run away.
The accent just takes you out of the fake accent just takes you out of the scene. It's like it could be this nice poignant moment, and you're watching it and you're like, oh, but he's changing his voice. He's being an actor. No thanks. No thanks. It's like just because we get taken over by an alien, we automatically all have British accents.
We weren't dying.
No, yes, and they took us out.
We were evolving.
We could have joined the Vorlons as like stage 1 newbies.
This is Straczynski's treatment for a new version of Alice in Wonderland.
Yes. We weren't dying. We were just very, very drunk.
We were evolving. Yes.
That's like the was it Family Guy, where they go back in time to see what Ireland was like. And
yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yes, that's true.
Lockley's back again.
Tell your friends.
Give me.
I think probably the most valuable part of these types of movies just showcases that all the crazy kept going on Babylon 5, even while Sheridan and everybody else was away.
For those of you watching along, we are at 1 hour and 4 minutes.
Yes, Corwin giving the very commanding go ahead.
Indeed.
Somebody has to pick up for Ivanova. Might as well be Corwin.
Indeed.
Well, he had a good teacher.
Oh man, but I do find it kind of cute that he brings her a flower. It's like, we're sorry that our starships are surrounding the station and we're universally usually feared, but here's a flower. We assume everyone would rather see us dead. You probably assume correctly, Mr. Sheen. I don't even remember what his soul hunter name is.
Brian.
Ass.
So what happens to soul hunters when they die? Do you save your own souls as well? No. We're the only to carry on the mission. Oh, I guess
yeah,
that means,
we know this. We know about the cot.
But the thing is, though, what about the soul hunter that got himself sucked out into his own snow globe way back when? What happened to him? Did they just break his snow globe and let him leave?
They put him in the toilet.
The case of the broken snow globe. Yes. I wish this movie would have been called The Case of the Broken Snow Globe. It would have been more entertaining, just by virtue of the title alone.
It should have been called Bryson and the Snow Globe of Doom, or Lockley in the Case of the Snow Globe of Doom,
like that Voltron animated movie, Fleet of Doom. Man, awesome.
Yeah, Voltron will always be better than Power Rangers by 1,000,000 times.
Oh, that's for sure.
Oh yes. He's the most understanding of the soul hunters, right?
Well, yeah, they paid so much for him. He's got to be more understanding. That's smart budgeting. ordinary souls. I mean, explain to me what an ordinary soul is versus, isn't a soul a soul? I mean,
souls. Some have more mojo than others, like Ducat.
Well, there's souls on your shoes. There's souls on your feet. There's the soul. Yeah. Die.
To evolve.
Die.
Oh man, but this just makes me wonder how much the soul hunters have interfered with other people's evolution because they thought other people were dying. But I guess this tells me the soul hunters weren't around when the Vorlons and Shadows first, evolved into their higher forms.
Yeah, where were the soul hunters then? Imagine how much grief the soul hunters could have saved everybody if they had just taken all the Vorlon Shadow souls. We assumed we never thought to ask or investigate. Well, of course not, because you're drawn like a bunch of moths to a flame. Except that flame is death. They might as well call you death moths instead of soul hunters.
We don't do anything. For God's sake. Yes. Why, God?
You have made a mistake. That's the understatement of the century.
Why, God? No.
Only one man can give that quote. It's not you, Zod. That would be James Earl Jones.
It's a problem.
I wasn't putting that in the public chat.
Why not? It's funny.
Ken and Ginger end up in a snow globe.
Yes, they don't have souls, the Daywalkers. I can say it. I am. While I don't have ginger hair, I am a carrier of the ginger gene.
You are.
A lot of my family have red hair.
Hello there.
I half expect when she finds Bryson for him to be like inhabited by like a million souls.
He's the soul carrier.
There is no Bryson.
He's the soul king.
There is no Bryson. There is only Zooty.
Hello there.
Oh man! So where's Babylon 5's versions of the Ghostbusters?
You're looking at it. It's Garibaldi and Zach Allen.
Weirdos.
Well, he's dead.
Yes. Milk and cookies. No.
What?
Milk and cookies.
Is that the way we can placate the snow globe from hell? Milk and cookie time.
That's right.
No, the only way you're going to placate the snow globe of doom.
Everybody just sit down and enjoy your milk and cookies. Don't worry about it.
Nope. The only way you're going to placate the snow globe of doom is to make them a massive offering of spoo.
That would work. Just like the Spoo Burger that Lockley
was
eating.
Nope, that was not a Spoo Burger. That was a burger. That was a cow burger.
Well, it didn't look like a burger per se. It had to have been a Spoo Burger.
Not really. Nope. It wasn't Spoo. And Zach's like, boss, what's the big glowy thingy?
Not really, no. Not really.
The giant glowing ball in the corner.
Hello there. Personal files.
Yeah, your personal file of Hullaho Lockley. And there she is, right on cue.
Hullaho Lockley, yes.
That's what she called it.
That's fantastic.
Well, that's what she called it. Hullaho.
Oh man.
Please bucket piece of spoo.
Like Garibaldi's foaming at the mouth.
No, he isn't. Hey, Garibaldi, you're a married man.
That doesn't matter.
You know what? This is actually
he's a married man, but he still has eyes. I mean,
no, this is kind of a clever way to get the actors to play out different parts and different characters without hiring more
Touch
actors.
me and I'll sue.
Touch me and I'll sue.
It'd be worth it.
But what? Oh. Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I see it.
The puppet that was.
Oh, good grief. Okay, I know they had a budget, but that was so cheesy looking.
I told you the budget for this all went to
Martin Sheen.
the Sheen guy.
What the hell?
This is
what? It's an orange sea of.
It's instead of Blue Man Group, we got the Orange Man.
It's
group.
like a scene. They stole a scene from a documentary about the Holocaust, and they just decided to.
Hey, no.
But yeah, like I was saying, this is also a way that they could get each actor to play multiple parts in case they needed it. So Lockley got to play a couple of different parts.
Well, no, what I'm trying to say though is that it's public domain material, so they just they didn't cost them anything to do that effect. I mean.
Oh my goodness.
Boy.
I know she's trying to give this rousing speech as her hollow self, but it's like, would they be insane enough to where they're trying to take over the station anyway? That seems like a lot of angry souls there.
Yes. Very angry.
Being controlled. Oh, hell. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yes. I mean,
oh no, my files, or something to that effect.
I think there's a makings of a really good movie in here, but a lot of
the makings. Yeah, it definitely needs a recut and probably a few reshoots.
But like a lot of the concepts I do like.
Yeah, the concepts, it's just badly executed.
Absolutely.
It could have been more contract, get the stuff out, then yeah.
Well, it's clearly TNT trying to save money.
Bye-bye, Hollow Brothel.
Yeah, and say hello to the Soul Hunter Star Fury show off. Like, here we go. They're just standing there, standoff, yes. All because everybody hates the Soul Hunters.
Yeah, the movie was made for $99.99.
I buy that for $1.
Yeah. That's another movie I should watch along for. Total Recall.
Oh, that was RoboCop.
Nope. At least I don't think so. No, it was the Running Man, I think, or maybe it was RoboCop. Sometimes those movies kind of bleed together.
Yes, but you mentioned some really great movies: RoboCop,
Sometimes.
Total Recall, all great movies.
Yes. I need to get back into doing more of those reviews. Just gotta make the time, along with everything else I'm doing.
I like the way Lockley and Garibaldi are working together here, not the animosity.
Well, they're a little busy for animosity.
Yes.
A little busy. Slightly busy.
Let's see. We're going to play sleight of hand with the whole entire Soul Hunter order. Yes. Excellent. Returned within 20 of your time minutes. Yes. By then we'll all be 5 minutes dead, so okay.
And for those of you watching along, we're at 1 hour and 19 minutes.
Yeah, I'm slightly ahead, but still, it is pretty funny. So Rock in a Hard Place. Your name is called Babylon 5.
Yes. Yes.
In 20 of your minutes, they will attack. Oh, great.
That's all. No problem.
Well, let's see. Oh, well, I was right.
What else is new?
he is transcended from Dr. Robert Bryson to Bryson, keeper of the
glowing white orange
the glowing white orange snow globe ball thingy.
Yes, it makes an excellent nightlight.
Is right.
It makes an excellent nightlight. It can be purchased on Amazon for the low price of $14.95.
It's the prototype for the Himalayan salt glass.
That is correct.
Hey, here's the upside. At least Ian McShane went on to be in a good series of movies, the John Wick movies. Just saying.
Yeah, he improved as an actor.
Well, he was never necessarily a bad actor. He just chose
was
better
always
projects.
He was always in bad projects.
He just started to choose better projects.
Yes.
He's kind of a soap opera actor here, kind of for years before he ever made it.
Mm-hmm. Bryson, hey, it's me.
Hello.
Remember me?
Mr. Garibaldi! From one bald man to a semi-bald snow globe.
He's not even remotely bald, Fiona. Just stop it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with being bald.
I didn't say there was.
Always got to mention that $250,000 part, don't you?
Yeah, they always got to mention the $250,000. Price, someone said you were a dork. A geek, maybe. An ambassador, sure, but not a dork.
Not at all.
That can't be good. Duck and cover!
Daka.
Oh, so they're going to employ the same strategy they used to take on Yulkesh. Just shoot at it and hope that it works.
The snow globe does not abide your insolence.
That's true, too.
Something along those lines.
This fusion core overreaction brought to you by JPEG.
Hello there.
Okay, Zod, we get it. You liked Obi-Wan Kenobi, so do I. Well, duh.
Put it on.
Note to self: tell Soul Hunter Council. Let's see. Soul preservation should be a free will option.
Perhaps you're right. Yes. Oh.
I shall offer myself as sacrifice.
Yep. Just like he did in Gettysburg as Robert E. Lee.
What a waste of a movie. I mean, this had absolutely no bearing on anything moving forward. I don't know why this movie was even made.
I don't know either, but you know what? I'm glad I watched it, so to speak.
Well, it does have some fun one-liners, and yes, I do like to see Mr. Garibaldi forward.
What's with all the warning signs? They didn't used to have this in the series.
They had to find some extra bits somewhere to make it look like Danger Zone.
No, they didn't. They never did it before.
Danger.
I mean, high voltage, danger, hazardous material.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger, Will Robinson.
Mac and Bo definitely would know not to touch those conduits.
Yes, we'll give you out of the snow globe experience, and then we'll release you. Maybe
the snow globe experience. That sounds like a Hollow Suite simulation.
We have to set it right.
The snow globe experience.
Oh, you kind of figure, why didn't the Vorlons intercede? Because certainly they'd be able to sense like people about to evolve.
They couldn't afford the Vorlons. Too much money. Too expensive.
Oh no!
Couldn't do it. Give us this day.
Give us this opportunity.
Give us this day, our daily snow globe.
That's right.
Hey, no.
Give us the snow globe now. It is the snow globe is required. Hello there. A doorway of hope. Yes.
And so we shall enter Brother Sheen Martin.
Did you say Brother Sheen Martin?
Yes, and then we shall emancipate ourselves from the snow globe.
This is very snow globy.
Oh, good grief. Well, that was a mistake. Now I'm dead.
Indeed it was.
That he too shall enter the snow globe. We're dead in 2 minutes. Oh wait, possibly not. And so the man faints, no longer under the
Entranced
control
by the snow globe of doom.
Hey, Price is Right review. Greetings.
It's not a bad movie, but it's not a good movie per se either. It's kind of,
well, let's put it this way. It's better than The Rise of Skywalker.
yeah, I can't disagree with you there. Better than The Rise of Skywalker, but definitely not as good as the Kenobi series.
Yes, the Kenobi series was hella good, even though it did have some issues.
Yes. But not enough issues to take away from the epicness of it all.
That's true.
Oh, so it wasn't just me, like Martin Sheen, the Soul Hunter. They never even said the guy's name.
Yeah, he was playing Martin Sheen in this film. Martin Sheen as a soul hunter.
Da 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 da. The hunters will become the hunted. So saith Lockley.
Yes.
Give the man his own series.
You know what? Looking at that
Soul
thing,
Hunters.
it's like they mixed bits of what like what is it, Jupiter? And then yes, there you go. The Soul Hunters looking at Lovely Lockley for the last time.
Yes, don't you love Lockley?
Oh, well, isn't that nice of the aliens to basically say, yes, you want to see Lockley? Well, here she is for the rest of the time you're in the snow globe. That smile.
Yes, they're giving people what they want.
I wonder, was that a short circuit from the hollow brothel?
Oh, boy.
Maybe.
But no, you know, in a way, that whole idea of
Grape
seeing
nuts.
what you want to see would be even more effective if it's with characters that are already established. That's the reason why I found Lockley and Franklin in that moment really touching, just because it shows how much Lockley trusted Franklin, even though she only knew him for like a year at that point. Mm-hmm. So
Martin put all the Sheen in this movie.
Yeah, well, all
Drake,
all the Sheen went to Martin for this movie. That's why the movie looks as bad as it does. Definitely more entertaining than Rise of Skywalker, though. I gotta agree.
That's not hard. That movie gave me a headache.
oh, goody. We get to close out with this.
Oh.
So good to see you. Yeah, right.
A waste of a scene.
This episode kind of feels like an episode of season 5 had it not been cut down. That this would have been a filler episode.
Yeah, I agree completely.
The Babylon 5 and myself are not liable for damages resulting from military action. Ha ha! You suck!
Yeah, pretty much you knew she would perform a Sinclair maneuver and find some legalese to be like, ta-ta!
Depositions of all those involved supporting my use of force and the nature of the combat.
Yeah. You knew it was coming, because Lockley's not going to be fazed by something like that. Yeah.
Oh boy.
The illegal use of my image. Yeah. Yes.
Illegal use of hands.
Yes. And a very special bat.
I'm an idiot. No one likes me. My mommy dresses me.
My mama dresses me funny. I gotta admit, I like that bat. That bat is most valuable.
There is a heaven.
That one hit a little close.
The bat is actually, the bat is actually the best part of the movie, the best character in the film.
All right.
Yeah.
Yay, we made it. And there was much rejoicing.
Wait. So Wayne Alexander was Soul 1 in this one.
Yes.
Yes, he was. Wayne
Soul
Alexander
1.
made.
Soul One meets Slave One.
You could say he was solely one Kenobi.
Solely one Kenobi. Yes.
Oh well, folks, that is River of Souls. One of the,
but still, at least
one of the not so great Babylon 5 movies.
But still, more entertaining for just the fact that it does bring up a few themes that, if explored properly, could make an interesting book.
Yes, it could.
Well, isn't there a novel of this? I thought there were novels of all the films.
I don't believe so. I don't know.
Of this one? I'd have to look it up. I know they made novelizations of like Third Space and In the Beginning for sure.
And they did a novel, and I think they needed a novel for A Call to Arms as well. I remember
they may have not done this
novel.
one because they were like, yeah, we're not going to do this one because this one is just, yeah. They're like, Bill, this movie is like Bill Lumbergh. I'm going to have to ask you to not exist or complain because this movie is categorically, well, not bad, but just woefully underdeveloped.
Woefully underdeveloped. That's a great way of describing
woefully.
You know what? They could have probably used this movie instead to expand some aspects of Crusade.
Maybe, yeah.
They could have, instead of making like a Babylon 5 series, like in terms of main series tie-in, they could have done a Crusade movie instead.
They could have done. Go ahead. Fiona.
Anything better than this.
They could have done like a series wrap-up film, like they did with some of the other series back in the day, like in the early 2000s, with like Stargate, with the Ark of Truth, and with like Farscape and the movie that wrapped up that series. They could have done this they could have used the budget from this film.
Farscape actually had some comic books. They have the first omnibus available for the Kindle.
Farscape, Farscape was a show that I got to watch periodically and I really enjoyed, but I never got a chance to finish it because, well, it got switched over to Sci-Fi, and at the time we did not have cable. So I never got a chance to finish it, but it was a show I really enjoyed. Not to mention it was a brainchild of one of the greatest production companies in history, the Jim Henson Company.
But for those that are looking for like cathartic motivational heroes and whatnot, that has a chock full of them.
Do you mean Farscape?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Farscape.
Now, for me personally, Andromeda has that flat arc aspirational hero that I'm looking for. And the rest of his cast are kind of like dynamic to where they have a more dynamic character arc. But
you mean Kevin Sorbo?
Yes,
Mr. Hercules. Now he's out in space. It's Hercules in space.
But it works. It works so well. I would also recommend Andromeda.
Yeah. Well, guys, any other thoughts on River of Souls?
I want to bat like that.
Comedic or otherwise.
The bat should have been sold in stores at the time that the movie was released.
It should have been the modified bat.
Yeah, I would program my bat to say, "Leave me alone, couponer. I don't care, Karen." Out the airlock you go.
I can think of something that I could think of something that the bat could say, and I'll just say the initials FJB. And that's all I'll say. FJB.
Over and over again? FJB.
Yes.
FJB.
Well, have it be another phrase that the bat says.
Oh, okay. Well,
no, Drake, you're thinking of River of Dreams. That was the Billy Joel song, which was very popular in the 90s, and I really enjoyed. I actually like Billy Joel. He is a good musician.
So I guess we can all agree that this movie would not have been improved by an appearance of Delenn, because Delenn would have solved the movie.
She would have solved it like it's flat.
She would have been like, "Okay, yeah, we're just going to take this and crack it open and let all the souls go free."
Goodbye, souls. Have a good life.
I think this should have been an episode of Crusade.
It actually could have been, and it would have added to Crusade in a good way, I think.
Yeah,
But it just wasn't a good enough. I just don't think it was a good enough movie. I think there are so many other Babylon 5 stories that could have been told that would have been better. That's why I'm saying, like you said, you didn't want to watch. Oh God, what is it now?
Legend of the Rangers.
No, not Legend of the Rangers. The other one,
Lost Tales.
Lost Tales. But Lost Tales is a masterpiece in comparison to this.
I honestly thought Lost Tales,
and I'm sure it is. And Coach,
I'm just saying, with Lockley and the Priest with their Lost Tales, that was excellently done, considering what they had to work with.
Yeah,
and I'm sure Lost Tales is good. I mean, I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but as I've kind of said, I've been spending. It's coming up on 3 years since I've been working on Babylon 5, and don't get me wrong, I have enjoyed it. But once we finish Crusade, I'd like to move on to other things. I'm not anti Babylon 5. I'm just.
Oh no, you got to switch the rhythm for a bit. I totally get it.
Absolutely, switch the rhythm. Got to watch the Orville.
Gonna watch the Orville. Gonna be doing reviews of that eventually. Gonna be we're kind of into like just extra time.
We're gonna have like an Orville council. That's what we'll have.
Well, I'll figure out something. We'll brainstorm.
I'll be happy to join in on that one. Yes.
I may wait until next year, till 2023, to start this series, but I'm going to be doing reviews of another series that I love from the 90s. And please, no one freak out when I say the name of this show. I know we don't like the person that created this show, but I love this show. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Well, see, the biggest thing with that is kind of like, how Watchmen created such a trend of deconstructing everything. Unfortunately, Buffy did create a trend of like, let's put snarky on everything, when really you don't have to have everybody. You don't have to have everybody have a certain level of snark.
Screw snarky.
I'm just saying, like, sometimes with certain shows, it does create.
Enough is enough, damn it.
Like, wow.
And I get that, but you know what? I loved Buffy. I loved Angel as part of my teenage years and my early 20s. And yes, I do want to cover the show. So if I have to do it alone, I'll do it alone. I started doing this show alone.
Angel himself wasn't as nearly as snarky. He was more the
Angel
surrounded by the snarky people.
He was broody.
Yeah, and he was the more straight-laced character. Like,
yes,
that they could bounce off of.
Yeah.
But I'm also wanting to. I've got my first couple of topics for the Ultra Retro series that I'm going to be starting soon. I'm going to be. As soon as Madame Bastard gets some more time, she's going to be finishing up the script for the Star Wars fan fiction radio, the streaming series that we're going to be doing here. I've got a lot of the stuff I want to do, and
wow.
So
Babylon 5 is you're kind of tired of it, of covering it at this point.
I'm not necessarily tired of it. It's just I don't want to overstay the welcome on it. I mean, like I said, I've been covering this show for 3 years.
Yeah.
And from various aspects, covering the show, talking about the characters and so on and so forth. And I put a cutoff point for myself when I said, once we did Crusade, that was going to be it. We'll do a couple of like retrospective or recap streams to kind of get any other thoughts on the series in general out, and then move on to other things. That's all I'm saying. I don't hate Babylon 5. I never could. It's just.
Well, no, I'm sure nobody thought you hated it. It's just like it just feels like you are ready to move on, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just. Yeah.
So, and Drake, cool dude. So I have a friend that's his favorite show, so I'll definitely pass it on to him. Awesome.
Ambassador's like, I'm tired of dealing with these wacky people. I just want to move on.
No. Wait just a day. No, I did not say that. I did not say that. I love you guys.
Oh no,
Console is crazy. I'm so sick and tired of it. He's like, he's got like a.
I never said that. Do not.
You don't have to be crazy. You don't have to be crazy to be a member of this council, but it helps.
It helps.
Same to the chat.
Oh
Lord.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's I'm fine. I lost another sub the other day. I'm back down to 490, and I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna keep going, and I will eventually crack that damn algorithm. And well, if I never do, I never do.
I'm gonna tell you why you can't crack the algorithm, Ambassador. I'm gonna tell you exactly why. Because you do what you want to do. In order to crack the algorithm, you have to focus on one thing and one thing only, because that's the only way YouTube knows how to promote you. So if you're going to talk about Babylon 5, your channel has to be about Babylon 5. If you make your channel about other stuff, they don't know where to place you.
So there's slow growth anyway. Yeah, that's how I look at my channel, to be honest.
No growth.
Well, maybe I need to just take all of my files from everything. Maybe I just need to take that whole playlist of everything we've done for Babylon 5 and just split it off into its own separate channel. And then just...
It probably would work for you if you did that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a Babylon 5 channel. You'd probably have more subs. But see, you'd have to put more... But you'd have to put out more Babylon 5 content, and that would be harder for you because you want to move beyond Babylon 5.
But here's the thing, though. I have got on this playlist alone for Babylon 5 only, I have got well over 100 videos and streams combined. By the time we are finished, we'll probably be close to 150 or 200 videos just for this one series. So I theoretically could take this entire playlist, set up an entirely different Gmail account, and create a completely different separate channel and just have it be solely dedicated to Babylon 5. And then I can put a link to the main channel for the ambassadorial wing in the links and everything in the about for the Babylon 5 channel. I just have to figure out a name for it. And we lost Fian.
Yeah, but I'm like you in that way, Ambassador. I like to do what I want to do on my channel, so I'm not trying to trip any particular algorithm. I really don't care. Like, if people like me, great. If they don't, I don't care either. So it's sort of like if you're doing it because you want but what I'm saying is, if you're doing it because you want your channel to grow exponentially in terms of the YouTube infrastructure and the algorithm, you have to have a channel devoted to one particular thing that you enjoy, and you just have to stick with. That's why people that have like video game channels, like for example, all they talk about is PlayStation. That's why their channel, they got like 150,000 subscribers, because people go to them for PlayStation, and that's the thing. So I suppose you could do the same thing for Babylon 5. I mean, why not? You got enough material.
I could theoretically take every single playlist that I have and split it off into its own independent channel. I could have channels for 80s and 90s pop culture. I could have a channel specifically for Marvel. I could have a channel specifically for DC. I could have a channel for...
but that's the problem is it's just a lot of work. That's all. It's just a lot of work.
Yes and no. I get what you're saying, Zod. Everything, but I get exactly what you're saying. So, well, anyways, did you have something you wanted to say, Elysium?
No, I was just saying that it's like you're saying. Sometimes, though, if you focus in on one thing, you're kind of stuck with it, and that's what drama channels have ended up in. They focused on the hate and they got caught up.
Oh yeah, those drama channels, they can't move beyond that no matter what they do. They've got to continue to do that or they lose or they lose everything. That's
that's why there are certain streams or reviews or videos that I have privatized because they were at a different phase in my time here on YouTube when I was doing other things. And I came to realize that those things were not authentic to who I am as a person. And I was like, this doesn't represent who I am anymore. But this series, this review series, everything we've done here, everything we've built, everything we've discussed does represent me. And it does represent us.
Beautiful.
It represents us as in totality. Not just myself, but those that were here and those that are here now. To quote a wise man, we have always been here. But, final thoughts on this film. Is it cringy? Yeah. Is it the worst thing ever? No. Could it have potentially been something better if they had put through maybe a few more re-edits? Yeah.
Not Rise of Skywalker.
But it's not Last Jedi. It's most certainly not Rise of Skywalker. Never will be.
I think like with all Babylon 5, there's not a single episode of Babylon 5, not a single movie, not a single anything that there's not some bit of entertainment in.
That's true.
It's one of the best franchises I think that's ever been. There's not any terrible episodes. There's some not as good. And this one is average at best.
Yeah.
But it's not bad.
Yeah. So. Well, just say heads up to everybody. Next week, we will be doing the final TV movie, which is, of course, called Arms. And we'll be doing this the same way we did this week. And then after that, we will, of course, be wrapping up season 5 and the series in total with, of course, Sleeping in Light. And then we will be moving on to Crusade. So.
Well, technically, if we want to do it in chronological order, wouldn't we do Call to Arms and then Crusade then Sleeping and then Sleeping in Light? If we were going in chronological order, that would be.
It could be something to discuss because it's a good way when you're moving on from Babylon 5. It could be a good way to end. Just a suggestion. But this is probably a discussion for Off Air, maybe.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So, anyways, folks, thank you all for being here this afternoon and tonight. And this was one of our longer streams. So, but of course, when you're watching a movie, that's what happens. So, I do want to let you all know, depending on how this weekend goes, me and Mam Ambassador will be doing our review of Thor: Love and Thunder. So, once we decide what we're doing with that, I'll put the notifications out on my social media. Of course. Thank you all for being here. Hope you all enjoyed the stream. Those of you that'll catch us on the replay, if you happen to watch this film, if you own it along with this commentary, hope you all enjoyed it, of course. And we will, of course, see you next week. And as always, stay ambassadorial. And what exactly does that mean? It means be respectful, be yourself, be authentic. If you be all those things, you will always have a place here in the ambassadorial wing. But as we like to say here in the Council of Ones, this is the Council of Ones saying in 3, 2, 1. Zudi!
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 Eat food!